Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Emily, and today we're back with another episode of Emily Forgot to Film an Intro. So I'm going to be doing it now. I'm filming this on the day that I think I want this to go up on Monday, but it might go up tomorrow. We'll see. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm super excited for 72 Hours in a Haunted House readathon hosted by Cassidy, Mel, Lexi, Kaylee, and Rye. I think I got them all. I watch all of their channels and I absolutely love them. They have such great reading taste and they talk about books so well, and I just really enjoy watching their videos. So anyway, I'm not sure how well I'm going to do, although I do already know. So this is hard to film an intro when you already know the outcome. But anyway, my goal for the beginning was that I was going to do very well. I have a whole bunch of books that I'd like to get to. A lot of them are from Kindle Unlimited, but some I do own myself. So I'm really excited to get to all of them. And I just wanted to jump on here and do the introduction and let you guys know what my first spin is. So we're going to go with that now. So my first spin is Snowy Setting, and for that I decided to go with Guest by Keelan Patrick Burke. I don't really know that much about this book, but we're going to go right into it. So I'm about 30-something%, I think it's like 39% of the way into Guest by Keelan Patrick Burke, and so far it's just okay. We're following Mark, and his grandmother just died, and a snowstorm's coming, so he decides to go in and help at his work at this hotel. And he kind of does it because he just doesn't want to go stay at her house. And he also gives his notice, and his boss is a jackass. And the girl he likes is there, but she has a boyfriend. So he's like, I just need to get out of this place. This town's pretty run down. And I don't know. It's just okay. Like, nothing has really happened, like, horror yet. I mean, we did just find out that they were getting a bus of old people coming in, and when these old people get there, they find out that one of them has died, and also that they're on this bus and the bus driver brought them, but they're all in pretty like rough shape, these old people, and the manager asks them, you know, who's supposed to be with them, who's supposed to be watching them, and the bus driver's kind of oblivious, like, well, I don't know, like, I just drive them around. And so, you know, there's that. So there's like something going on, but you just don't know what. Other than that, it's been pretty boring. So I'm going to give it a little bit, but we'll see. I'm doing sprints right now for the 72 Hours in the Haunted House, and they're on Mel's channel right now. But I kind of wish that my reading was going better. The first book is not that great so far, and I'm kind of sad about it, but I'm going to give it a little bit because I want to push through and see what happens. But yeah, that's my update for right now. I know editing me is going to look at this clip and be like, why? But I just don't care. It's getting late, and I finished Guest by Keelan Patrick Burke. I gave it 2 stars. I didn't really care for it. It wasn't anything spectacular. It was a little creepy in some parts, and definitely won't be looking at old people the same way, but it was just it was just fine. I don't know. I gave it 2 stars. I'm kind of disappointed, but it is what it is. And I rolled again, and I don't think I'll read any more tonight, but I'll save it for tomorrow. But I'll put in the roll here. So I got Supernatural, so I decided that I am probably just going to read The Vessel by Adam Neville, I think it is. And I'll talk to you more about it tomorrow. So it is morning. I don't even know what time. It's like 9:30 in the morning. I just had a shower. I'm going to go make some coffee. Kids are home today. Not sure how much reading I'm going to get done, but I'd like to finish 2 books. Like I said last night, I am reading The Vessel for, what was it, Supernatural? Yeah. And I did start it a little bit last night. I got 7% in. The writing is throwing me off a little bit, but so far, nothing has really happened. We're following Jess, who something happened with her and her husband or whatever, or her child's father, and something happened with her last job, so she has this new job. She's really thankful for it. She can't mess it up, and it's watching this old lady. So I think it's funny that I'm jumping in from a book that had some creepy old people to another creepy old person book, so there's a theme going on, but I don't know what to expect from this book. It's not feeling very promising to me. After the last book, I have no hopes for this book either. So hopefully I can get this one done and find something more enjoyable. I might enjoy this one, I don't know. It is another short book. It's only like 170 something pages, so I should get it done pretty quickly. And I might try and pick up like a novel next, so we'll see. I am going to go make some coffee and snuggling on the couch. I've got some comfy clothes on. I'm gonna get a blanket and I'm just going to read on my Kindle. I've got my Kindle here all ready to go so that I don't have to read on my phone, so I can record some B-roll of me reading. So there's that. Yeah, let's get right to it. Okay, so it's about lunchtime. I am 51% of the way into the vessel and I am not caring for it. I'm on Rise reading sprints and they suggested DNFing, but I find it so hard to DNF sometimes, but I think I'm going to because I am not having a good time and I don't want to read books that will put me into a slump and books that I'm not having a good time because I don't have time for that. So I think we're going to spin again and hopefully get something better that I can enjoy. So we did the horror wheel again, and we ended up getting Haunted House, which this is perfect because I have the audiobook for How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix, and this one I am so excited for, and I think that this one will be a 5-star. That is a prediction for me. And fingers crossed that it works, and it's perfect because I could use an audiobook so I could do other things, and I am just so excited. Hopefully things are starting to look up now. So I'm going to take a quick break, eat some lunch, watch an episode of a true crime thing I'm watching, and I will get right back into reading. So I feel like this whole vlog's gonna be just me looking like a rough, hot mess and in PJs, because it's just a nice weekend of not doing a whole lot, although that's not true, because tomorrow and Saturday I have to go to my aunt's surprise birthday party, so that's going to take up some of my time. But anyway, let's get into it. I finished How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. I gave it 4 stars. I would say like the first 40%, not a whole lot happens, and it was just, I don't know, it was a little boring kind of. But then after that, everything starts picking way up and you get so many different things. And I don't want to go into too much because I didn't really know what to expect, other than that a brother and sister, their parents die and they're having to go through their house, and there's some different weird stuff going on with this house. So that's all I knew going into it, so I'm not going to say anything else. I will say though that at least give it to 50%, because that's when stuff starts to like really pick up. So I don't think I'm gonna read any more horror or anything tonight. I kind of am in the mood to read romance still, so I'm low-key going to kind of sneak in some romance reading tonight right before bed. It is 11 something, I don't know, so probably till maybe midnight, but I am going to spin the thriller wheel now because I want to do thrillers tomorrow, because I have some that need to go back to the library soon and I'd like to get them read. So we're going to spin the wheel now. And surprisingly, I got Amnesia. Now for this, I had no idea what I was going to read for this. So I had to do some digging, and I really wanted to get this one book read. I really honestly don't know anything about this book. All I know is that it's a new release, but I decided to actually read the synopsis, and surprisingly, it has, I want to say like memory loss, so kind of amnesia. This girl doesn't remember what happened to her friend, I think, and she's still trying to like piece together what happened like all these years ago. So I'm gonna count that as amnesia, and we're gonna roll with it. I'm super excited to get to this one, and yeah, it's an audiobook, so hopefully I can get through it pretty quickly, because I have to go back to the library in 2 days anyway. I would have finished How to Sell a Haunted House earlier, but we had a family movie night and we watched a kids movie and the kids loved it, only it actually turned out not to be a movie. I picked it out this time and it was actually a show, but we watched the first 2 episodes, so it was cute. I'll probably continue on later. I think that's everything for this update. Sorry this vlog isn't that exciting, and I'm just a hot mess throughout it, but you know what? We're working with it. It's a weekend. It's a short readathon. I'm reading, so that's great. And yeah, so see you in the next clip, and hopefully I'll have something to talk about. Okay, so it is almost, I think, 4 o'clock, and we're getting ready to go to my aunt's surprise birthday party, so I'm going to make this quick. So last night I think I showed you guys that I spun the thriller wheel and I got Amnesia, so I used The House in the Pines by Anna Reyes. I did read that completely. I had it on audiobook. I listened to it at 3 times speed, and that was probably the fastest I've ever listened to a book. But I really enjoyed it. It had a plot twist that I don't know that I've ever seen done in a book. It was actually really interesting. I will say though that it got confusing and I didn't quite see it all put together completely, but in this we're following Maya, and she's currently suffering Klonopin withdrawal and you know, it's causing her to remember some things from her past when her best friend died, and she remembers having a boyfriend named Frank, and she believes that he is the reason her best friend died, but he didn't touch her or do anything. She believes that he killed her with magic. And I don't know, it kind of goes from there. She goes back to her hometown. She goes back with her mom, and she's trying to solve like what happened. And it just, I don't know, there was something about it that didn't quite work with me, but there was also something about it that was still entertaining and interesting. So I'm not going to go into it any more than that. If you're interested in the synopsis, I would check it out, but just know that it takes a little bit to get into it. And then at the end, I don't feel like we really get any great resolution almost. Like we do, but we don't. I don't know. Anyway, I gave it 3 stars, so do with that as you will. So that was my 4th book of this readathon so far, and I spun the wheel again. I'm going to show it here. And this time I got crime/police procedural, and this one worked out fine. I was hoping it would come up because I have another book that I would like to read, and that's The Jigsaw Man by Nadine Matheson. And I don't really know much about this one other than that there's like a detective and then like I think a serial killer, the Jigsaw Man or whatever. That's all I know about it. I do know it's by a Black author, so I really wanted to get something in this readathon by a Black author, so that is this one. I'm really excited for this one. I have it out on Kindle Unlimited, so if you want to check it out and you have Kindle Unlimited, you can. And yeah, I'm just really excited, and I'm not sure how much more reading I'm going to get done today, because I'm not sure how long this surprise birthday party is going to last, but I will update you guys later, and hopefully I will have gotten a little bit of a dent into it. It is a full-length novel. I don't have an audiobook for it, unfortunately, or else I would say it would go by pretty quickly, but this may or may not be my last book of this readathon. It is currently Saturday. I mean, we still have the rest of today and then tomorrow till I think 7 p.m. So there's a chance that I could squeeze in another short book, but I'm not going to hold out on hope for that. I'm getting a little burnt out on mystery thrillers and horror right now. But yeah, so that's my update, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, so we're trying out another new angle. Anyway, it is Sunday the 19th of February, and it is like 9 something at night, and the readathon ended at 7, I believe. And I did not read anything yet today, so I did not finish the Jigsaw Man, but I did start it last night. I got to 7% in, and I'm really enjoying it so far. We're following a senior detective who, something has happened to her, but you don't know what, so she's like back from like death studio or whatever, and immediately she's thrown into this case where a bunch of body parts are found, and they find that there are 2 different victims, and there's something about a Jigsaw Man, and people think like, is someone, I don't know if someone's copying him or if this is like they didn't catch the right person. Maybe, I don't know what's going on, but I'm really enjoying it. The characters are definitely enjoyable to read through, and yeah, so I'm planning on finishing this before the end of the month. But I just couldn't be bothered to read anything today. I was working on this. I'm trying to make the window from Wednesday, so like this half's gonna be filled in with the colors, but that's what I was doing today. And then my mom, me, and my youngest daughter took the dogs for a walk, and we've kind of just been doing different things today, and so I really haven't found any time or want to read anything today. So there's that. Not to mention, I've been really wanting to read romance instead of anything else, so that added on. And then I have a book that I have to read tomorrow, which is the next book that I need to read for the Murderbot series, so I need to get to that because it's due tomorrow. So I'm hoping I can get through that one quickly, and then I'm reading The Jigsaw Man, and then I think it's Falling Embers by Catherine Cowles. It's a romance book. So I'm just going to go over everything I read for this readathon. I didn't have the best reading experience for this readathon, but it was okay. So I used the horror wheel first, and I got 3 different books throughout. So the first one was Snowy Setting, and that was Guest by Keelan Patrick Burke. I gave that 2 stars. Then I got Supernatural So I chose The Vessel by Adam Neville, and I DNF'd it at 51%, was not for me. And then I got Haunted House, so I used How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix, gave this 4 stars, really enjoyed it, never gonna look at puppets the same way again. And yesterday I started spinning the thriller wheel, and the first one I got was Amnesia. And for this one, I used The House in the Pines by Anna Reyes. I gave this 3 stars. It was okay. It did something that I don't know that I've ever read as a plot twist before, so that was interesting to see, but it wasn't a favorite. And then last night, before I went to my aunt's surprise birthday party, I spun and got Crime/Police Procedural, and that one I decided to read The Jigsaw Man, which I am 7% in. Unfortunately, I did not read anything yet today, and I did not finish it before the end of the readathon, but I am happy that I did get through 4 books. That's great. I found a couple that were not favorites, but I got to read the new Grady Hendrix books, so I'm happy about that. And I am currently reading a book I'm enjoying right now, so I wouldn't say this was a total loss, but it wasn't a total win either. So unfortunately, that's all I've got for this video. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do a lot of things that I really wanted to when I was first thinking of doing this vlog for this, but that is life. I participated, and I'm happy to have participated. Unfortunately, I wish I would have been in a better reading mood for the genres that were to be read for this readathon, but whatever. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Like this video if you liked it. Comment down below letting me know if you participated in this readathon, and subscribe if you want to. I'd greatly appreciate it. And until my next video, I will see you guys again soon. Bye!